Hey guys, it's Jayla. Welcome back. I'm here today to share with you my quarterly update for my makeup use up for 2024. At the beginning of the year, I will put up the video that I posted in the cards, but I identified the number of items in each makeup category that I wanted to mostly use up, but there are some like panning goals, like hitting pan in certain things. And I have my first update of the year. So super exciting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each category. I'll share with you what my goal is and what I have met so far in the first 3 months of the year. I'm not including anything that I finished so far in April. So it's just things that I finished January through March. So we're going to start with primers, and we're going to start with eye primers. Now I identified I wanted to finish 3 eye primers, and I actually have done that. Now, one of them is a glitter primer. This is the NYX Glitter Glue. I'm still counting this because it's March, and it's April. And I won't have a problem finishing an additional eye primer, so we're just going to go ahead and count this one anyway. NYX Glitter Glue done. These take a while to finish. Then I have by Smashbox the 24-hour Photo Finish Primer. This one I finished. I had a lot of usage on this before finishing it earlier this year. Anyway, it's finished. And then lastly, I finished this deluxe size of the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. I really like this primer. I would consider purchasing a full size. It's very lovely. Moving on to face primers. I want to finish 10 this year. And so far I have 5. Is that right? 2, 3, I only have 4 here. No, I'm sorry, there are 5 here. So the first one I have is the Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. I love this one. In fact, I was at TJ Maxx today and I saw this on clearance for $16. I almost picked it up, but I already have a backup, so I stopped myself. But this is a lovely primer I would repurchase and have. Then I have let's do a couple of deluxe sizes. I have the Becca, ooh, everything's falling. The Becca Backlight Priming Filter. This may be my last deluxe size of the Becca primers. Anyway, it's finished. I prefer the First Light. I have the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. I love this so much. Totally wonderful size of this. It's amazing. By Guerlain, I have the Laura Primer. I do not like this. I don't think it does much. Would not purchase. And the last primer I have finished is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. This one takes me, I would say, about 4 to 5 months to finish one of these. So I'm destined to finish, at least 2 a year. I love this stuff. It's so good for my dry skin. So I have 5 primers done, 5 to go. Moving on to facial sprays. I want to finish 10 this year. I don't know if I can do it, but I'm going to try. I think now that I've moved on to my full, pretty much all I have left are full sizes. It just means they take me longer to finish. Now I do have like 4 on the go right now. So, and they're all semi close to being done. So this could be a category that just jumps up at the end of June when I do this update in July. But let me share with you the 2 that I have finished. So from Smashbox, I have the Photo Finish So Chill Coconut Primer Water. This is lovely. From Tarte, I have the Maracuja Miracle Mist Setting Spray. This one I love, but I do feel like it goes fast. But I do love it. So those are the 2 sprays I have finished. I have 8 to go for this year. Moving on to face products. Now I have not finished any foundations yet. I want to finish 5. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to get there, but I have like 1, 2, 3, I have 4 going right now. So I'm hoping that they may all kind of finish around the same time. Moving on to concealer, I do have 3 concealers that I have finished. The first one is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. Did not like this, would not repurchase, excuse me. This is Light Natural. Then I finished 2 correctors. This one is the Smashbox Color Correcting Stick in Light Peach. It's light something. Anyway, this I could probably sharpen some more, but honestly, well, if I could turn it, I could sharpen it some more. But at this point, it's all crumbly. I barely get an eye's worth out of it, so it's done. Well, I didn't tell you guys, I want to finish 5 concealers this year. So the third one I have is another corrector. This is the Bobbi Brown corrector in light to medium bisque. This went fast. I loved it, but it went fast. Somebody did comment in one of my videos that the stick is just as great of a formula and it lasts much longer. Maybe there's more product in there, but anyway, I haven't looked at the details. I would repurchase this unless I switch to the stick because I do like this product quite a bit. So finish 3, I have 2 left to go for the year. Next year, I may switch out like correctors from concealers. Right now, I kind of put them all together because I don't think I'm going to have a problem hitting that 5 concealer goal at all on its own. I'm working on one right now and I'm close to finishing another one. That's 2. So we'll see. We'll see. Next up, loose powders. I want to finish 4 this year and I have finished 1. So I have this little deluxe size of the Derma E Sun Protection Mineral Powder. And this was in my 100 Colorful Empties. I'm so glad this is done. I really did not like this powder. Now I do have 2 that I have mixed, which is the Maybelline Fit Me and the Tatcha, no, not the Tatcha, the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder. Those are mixed and I'm working on that one now. So whenever I finish that, I will have 2 powders finished. But that's still, I'm sorry, I want to finish 4 this year. Did I say 5? I want to finish 4. But that still leaves me 1 more powder I need to finish at some point this year. I want to finish 3 pressed powders. I have not finished any. Oh, well, I did, but it's in April. So yeah, none so far in the first quarter. Moving on to bronzers. So I want to finish 2 cream or powder bronzers, and then I want to hit pan on, I can't remember the number. I don't remember what I said at the beginning of the year. I'm going to say 3. Yeah, I'm going to say 3. All right. So I have not finished any bronzers yet, but what did I say? I want to finish 2 bronzers, but I have hit pan on 2. So the ones that I have hit pan on, hopefully that made sense. The first one I hit pan on is by The Balm. It's the Take Home the Bronze in Oliver. And there's my pan. This could be the next bronzer I work, like powder bronzer I work on finishing. And then I have the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer in medium. This is a recent pan. So excited. There's my pan there. Woohoo. So I think 1 to go. I may go back and listen, and if it's higher than 3, I'll put it somewhere on the screen. Next up is blush, and similar to the bronzer section, I have a number I want to finish and a number I want to hit pan on. So I want to finish 1. I have not finished that yet. Well, there's probably going to be 2 this year, I'm hoping, but at least 1. So I want to finish 1, haven't gotten there yet. And the next section is hitting pan. I want to hit pan on 5 blushes. So far I have hit pan on 2. They're both cream blushes. The first one is in this Kosas 8th Muse Duo. And there is my pan. So I also have this in a project to use each shade 20 times. I just rolled it into my Pans of Life project, 80s sitcom project. So I haven't touched it yet since I hit pan though. And then the second blush I hit pan on is the Giorgio Armani Neo Nude Melting Color Balm blush in mauve. I think they discontinued these because I'm not seeing them anywhere, which is a shame because I really do like this formula. There is my pan. Yay. So those are my 2 pans and blushes. Then for highlighter, again, similar cream and or powder. So I want to finish 3 highlighters this year. Where is my highlighter? The one that I have finished is the cream highlighter by Wet n Wild. This is the Mega Glow Multi-Stick in the shade Marigold Round. And I did finish this. I'm so happy. So happy. Then in terms of pans, I want to hit pan on 3. Well, I've already hit pan on 2, which is, you know, great so far. Now, I do have a highlighter I'm trying to finish this year, so I don't know how many more pans I'm going to hit. It may be difficult, but I do have 2 so far. So the first one is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in the shade Blossom Glow. There is my pan. Very exciting. Then I have the Makeup Forever Pro Light Fusion Undetectable Luminizer, and this is, I think, in the shade 1. Here's the packaging. You're probably like, I just saw you talk about this because I talked about it in my Plan to Pan. Anyway, this one is very difficult to see the pan, but there is a little bit of a silver right there. You see the pan? It's there. Waffle pan. All right, so those are the two highlighters I have hit pan on. So those are all of the like complexion products. I'm going to now move on to lip products. So for lipsticks, I want to finish 15. I have 0 in the first quarter. Not promising. A little scary. For lip balms, I also want to finish 15. I have finished 4 so far. I have the Neutrogena lip moisturizer. This was my holy grail lip balm until they discontinued it in the US. Then I finished the Burt's Bees moisturizing lip balm in pink grapefruit. This is a nice formula. I do like grapefruit. Then I have 2 by Laneige. The first one is the lip sleeping mask in vanilla. This is a little baby 2.5 gram size. And then I have an 8 gram size in mint choco. So those are my 4 lip balms that I finished. Then I want to finish how many lip glosses? 7. So far I have 2. The first one is the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in Nonsense. So happy this is done. Yep. Woohoo. Whatever. And the second one I finished is by Mary Kay. It's the Nourishine Plus Lip Gloss in Red Passion. This is itty bitty, but I am still counting it because it still took a good amount of time to finish. I was like, 5 uses, this will be done. No, it took forever. Anyway, 2 lip glosses done. So those are all the lip products. Not a lot so far this year, which, you know, we'll see how I power through the rest of the year. Moving on to eye products. I'm going to start with brows. I want to finish 5 brow products. So far I have finished 2. So I have the Ulta Beauty Ultra Slim Brow Pencil in dark brown. This one is all finished, of course. All done. I really do like this pencil. I would repurchase. Then I have a deluxe size of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. This has 2.5 mils and it's all done. I took out the stopper and everything. And yeah, actually, when I was using this, I was like, I think this is almost done. But when I take out the stopper, it gets really goopy. That doesn't really happen with this mini. It seems like once you use whatever's in the tube, you're done. It's surprising. Next up is eyeliner. I want to finish 15 liners, and I have so far finished 4. One of which I cannot find. I don't know where the Smashbox Always Sharp liner that I finished in January went. It wasn't in my empties either. I have no idea where it is. But I do have the other 3. This is the Clinique Quick Liner for Eyes Intense in Intense Ebony. This was fine. It was just a little bit too creamy. And it also went very, very fast. Very fast because it was so creamy. And then I have 2 deluxe sizes of liquid liners. The first one is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in black. This one did not last very long because it was very dried out. Then I have the Maybelline Master Precise All Day Liquid Liner. This was great. Lasted forever. Forever. So yeah, those are my 4. And then I have mascaras. I want to finish 25. And I have, let's see, 2, 4, 6. Why do I have 8 here? Oh, I'm not counting this Estee Lauder little black primer. So I'm going to put that back. But I have 7 here that I'm going to share with you. Let's do full sizes first. By KVD Beauty, I have the Go Big or Go Home mascara. I really like this. It's what I'm wearing on my lashes right now. And I didn't even use a primer today because I had an eye appointment and I just did something really fast. Even with the purple look, I just did something really fast. And then I realized, and then I got there, I didn't actually have an appointment today. It was actually yesterday. Oops. So, but I didn't have time to do like the whole big mess, like multi-layering thing. I have a deluxe size of this and I just used this mascara and I love it. I would purchase more of that. Then I have the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes, another Holy Grail favorite. Would totally repurchase this. I have the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash, another favorite. This is fabulous for your lower lashes. This wand is just, it's perfect for that. I love this. I think I'm totally out of this and I need more. And the last one I finished is the Urban Decay Lash Freak. This one's okay. I don't love the wand on this. The formula for me was fine, but this wand is weird. It's weird. And it's also a little bit too flexible. I think I didn't really notice that so much when I was using it, but now in hindsight, I'm like, yeah, I don't feel like I had as much control with this that I do with other mascaras. So not a favorite for me, would not purchase, but I think it's been discontinued. Then I have 3 deluxe sizes. I have the Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara. Do they still make this one? Because this one I really love. I love this wand. I don't know what it is about this wand, but it's got a bit more of a spiky side up on top there, and then the rest of it is kind of a nice fluffy. I don't know if they still make this, but I really liked this mascara. Then I have the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is Holy Grail favorite, love it. And the Benefit Roller Lash mascara. This one's fine. This particular one was much better than other ones I've used in the past, and it could be just because it's newer. But if I was to use this, I think I prefer using it on my lower lashes. So it's just not a mascara that I love enough to purchase. All right, and the last category, I was like, am I done? No. The last category are eyeshadows. Now, I have decided that this year I wanted to finish 15 eyeshadows, and for this particular eyeshadow section, I count my Pan That palette for finished eyeshadows, but I don't count it towards hitting pan. Now, my Pan That palette is the Natasha Denona Mini Love palette. I am counting the baby Pan That palettes towards hitting pan, because those aren't like, it's a palette that I use, but they're not palettes that I'm focusing on. The Pan That palette is, so I know I'm going to hit pan in those. I don't count that towards hitting pan. I just count it towards finishing. So now I did not finish any eyeshadows in my Pan That palette, but I did finish one eyeshadow in another palette. Let me share that with you. And the eyeshadow that I finished is from, let me show it to you before I open it, from the Lorac Shine Bright palette. And I finished the shade Royalty, which is so exciting. I didn't have very much left in it, and I put it in a project to use 5 times, and by the time I used it the 5 times, it was done. So yay, this palette is looking so good. I need to remember to put this in projects. Right now I have this shade Fizz mixed with the last shadow in my Wet n Wild palette, which was my baby Pan That palette from last year, and I'm working on finishing that, and it's what I have in the corner of my eye look today, but I still have that much shadow left, so even whenever that shadow is done, it wouldn't be finished. But yeah, I need to play around with this. Anyway, that's my only finished shadow so far. Now the other goal I have is to hit pans in 50 eyeshadows, and so far I have done that with 9. Yes, 9 eyeshadows. Now, again, like I mentioned, I don't count the 4 so far I've hit in my Pan That palette, but let me share with you the 9 palettes that I have hit pan in, or shadows I've hit pan in. So from the ColourPop New Millennium palette, I hit pan in the shade Woot Woot. In the Dior Backstage Eye palette in Cool Neutrals, which is this one, I hit pan in this shade here, which is Plum. I have a pan in my Pat McGrath Bridgerton Diamond of the First Water palette, and this shade is called Love Match. This one took a while. Next up, I have pan in the Nomad Cartagena Mágica palette, and I hit pan in the shade La Luz Malva, which is right there. Next up, I have the Odin's Eye Alva palette. Yeah, this is just plain old, no, it's Alva 2. I was like, anyway, I hit pan in this shade down here, which is kind of a hot mess. The shade is called Deep Sea. Then I have pan in the ColourPop Lilac You A Lot palette, which is looking like a hot mess. And I have pan in the shade Iffy. There we go, you can see my pan. I also have pan in one of my baby panette palettes this year, which is the Pat McGrath Labs mini eyeshadow palette in Midnight Voyage. This is also starting to flake off. And I have pan in this purple shimmer shade. The last pan I have is actually in a single shadow. This is the Sydney Grace eyeshadow in the shade Smolder. It's actually a pretty nice sized pan there, you can see. So those are the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's my ninth? Oh, I have one more to share with you. I have one more. And the last palette that I have hit pan in, this is actually a bit of a spoiler. So I'm sorry, but I did hit pan in the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. This is my level 2 for Project Level Up. And I hit pan in the shade Momentum. All right, that is everything that I hit pan in. And that is my update for my makeup use up for 2024. There are some categories that are going very well and some categories that I am doing really crappy in, like lipsticks. But I do have like 3 or 4 that are really close. If I want to stay on target, I need to have like 7 finished by the July update. We'll see how I do. Anyway, that is going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you're doing well and staying safe. Please hit that subscribe button and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.